Woo! Was a great day to be a Wilder fan, isn't it? Damn. Oh man, listen. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. And you're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Man. Boy, my things changed, hasn't it? Things have changed around here. I remember that there was a guy from the UK named Anthony Joshua. There's a guy from the UK who said, hey, give me $50 million, I'll fight you tomorrow. Yeah. Well, Andy Ruiz said, give me $50 million and I'll come to the UK. Oh, this is great. Now, I wonder how are the AJ fans, the AJ protectors, I wonder how they're going to explain this one. How y'all think they're going to explain any of this? See, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a best fight the best. I think I'm gonna do one of his models. I'm gonna just invite some of these guys over because I need some UK guys that are diehard Joshua fans to explain. Is Eddie Hearn gonna take this bait? I mean, there's there's definitely a rematch clause in the contract. Okay, now let me, if you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about. Okay, so Anthony Joshua, he threw out like a ridiculous number. Okay, he threw $50 million out there. And AJ said, listen, okay? I'll fight this man for $50 million. And I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the story if you guys don't know the story. So basically, they offered Deontay Wilder, $12.5 million, okay, to fight AJ. Deontay Wilder said, yeah, I'll take that. But, he got to take that in a rematch. Eddie Hearn said no. Now, of course, all the AJ protectors were saying, well, $12.5 million, that's like almost 5 times more than what he ever made. His highest purse has only been a $2.5 million purse, which, of course, these guys really don't know what the man made. You really don't know what he made, okay? But that's a sidebar. Okay, so then Eddie Hearn, they upped the ante. They said, okay, $15 million. Deontay Wilder said, yeah, I'll take that. I'll come over to the UK. I'll do whatever I got to do because I believe in my skill set. I believe in what I say. I believe my skill set and I believe what I say because I told him that I say what I do and I do what I mean. See, that's what Deontay Wilder said. And I get it. Deontay Wilder believed that he was gonna knock AJ out. He believed it. So that's what it was. Eddie Hearn said no to the $15 million deal because they didn't want to take that in the rematch. Didn't want to do it. So now we leave ourselves here. Then Deontay Wilder grew another pair of kahunas, and he said, listen, okay, I got a $50 million bag right now. Okay, got a $50 million bag. Let's do this. Eddie Hearn tried to, he did everything. Eddie Hearn messed it all up, man. He messed it all up, and now we're here. Because Eddie Hearn kept, making up excuses. First he said the deal wasn't legit. Then he said the deal was legit. Then he said, well, you got to see something on paper first. Got to, nobody's giving a contract. And then he said, well, yeah, we're interested. Now, and we knew that they were trying to, not have this fight because they had talked to Joshua behind the scenes and pretty much told Joshua that if we just let this fight marinate, okay, if we let this fight marinate, this fight will be like, twice as much. So then instead of $50 million, you can get $100 million. So that's what they were telling him. But all along, AJ, yeah. Because we all know how these promoters work, guys. The fighters, they get the peanut, but the promoters, they eat. They eat heavy, while the fighters, they get peanuts. Like, you'll see, like, a fighter make, a couple of $1 million, and you thinking, man, that's a lot of money for a fight. Well, you take that couple of $1 million, and then you multiply that by, like, 10 or multiply it by 100, and now you're talking about what the promoter made. And I do know that on the end because I go to a boxing gym here where, I talked to an OG who's been in the game for a while. And, he'll tell me, man, this is how some of this stuff works. I mean, it just works like that, where the fighters, they don't get diddly squat. They get nothing. So it's kind of funny, man, how all this is playing out now. And now Andy Ruiz, it's funny. And I think Andy Ruiz, he's mocking them. He's completely mocking them. He's saying, okay, $50 million, I come to the UK. Mocking them. You know, and honestly, and you guys got to understand, I don't think Andy Ruiz believes that he's going to get 50 million, okay? I don't think that he believes that. But I do think Andy Ruiz is familiar with the whole situation. Andy Ruiz is smart. He real smart. This is marketing. Okay? I'm going to tell you why this is marketing. See, Andy Ruiz knew about the $50 million offer that Deontay Wilder had on the table. He knew about that. Okay? He knew all about it. And so he's using that to help market himself. Well, Eddie Hearn got to come up with the $50 million. Okay? That's what it is. And, you know, or no fight. But I guarantee y'all, okay? And here's Coach Stradamus coming out. I guarantee y'all that Eddie Hearn, when it's time to make the fight with Wilder and if Ruiz is still champion, I know that fight is going to be pretty simple. Well, number one, they got the same manager, or they got the same advisor in Al Haymon. Okay? They got him as an advisor, so this fight being made isn't going to be that difficult. It's going to get made fast. And, you know, I start thinking, like, why is it so difficult for everybody to make a fight with Eddie Hearn? Like, why is it so hard? Or why was it so hard for Wilder, to actually make a fight with Eddie Hearn? Like, why was it so difficult? Everybody else who negotiated with Wilder can make a fight. And even Andy Ruiz said, yeah, we're going to sit down, we're going to negotiate with Wilder when it's time. And hopefully Andy Ruiz don't lose the belts to somebody else before then, but he can't fight anybody else anyway. He got to fight Joshua. And I hope he wins again because, see, if Joshua get those belts back, we're not going to see the fight. We're not going to see Undisputed. And Joshua right now is he's holding it up. That's just what it is. Okay, AJ is going to hold it up. The belts are going to be tied up for another fight. So you got to think, okay, he's going to fight AJ in November. That's 6 months from now. So for 6 more months, the belts are going to be tied up. Okay? And if Andy Ruiz is victorious, which I hope he is, but there's no guarantee. This is boxing. Anything could happen. Okay? If he's victorious, then we definitely will have the fight for Undisputed. We'll have that fight. Because Andy Ruiz, I'm pretty sure if he beats AJ, if he defeats Anthony Joshua, he's going to fight Wilder. Okay? I have no doubt that Andy Ruiz is going to get that done. Okay? So we can see Undisputed. We have to. Okay? The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, that's the most important thing. But I like this tactic by Andy Ruiz because he knows they're not going to give him 50 million. He knows. But I think, though, that they got enough information, and you're dealing with Al Haymon. And you know what? Al has a plan, okay? My whole thing to this is Al Haymon has a plan. He got a plan. And every single plan that Al Haymon comes up with, I tell you what, man. Al Haymon be on it. He be spot on it, man. This guy is always one step ahead of everybody else. Just when you think you got Al Haymon cornered, he's always one step ahead of everybody. And I think that's what makes this whole situation favorable. Al Haymon got the belts, and I think Al Heyman's going to do whatever he got to do to keep those belts in house. Going to have to. Because that's the only way we're going to see Undisputed. I'm sorry. If Eddie Hearn, if they get the belts back, guys, we ain't going to see Undisputed till 2021. Okay. Like, realistically. Fanboys. And then, in 2021, there's not even a guarantee, y'all. There's not a guarantee that, AJ will fight Deontay Wilder then. I mean, can y'all see, man? Y'all see all the stuff that's going on? Do y'all see how long the whole thing has just, we've been held up. We've been held up for Undisputed, and it's just a damn shame. It's a darn shame. Undisputed. What's up, brother? It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame we can't get Undisputed no faster, man. But this is what happens when you deal with the likes of Eddie Hearn. So it is what it is. Yeah. Wow. I couldn't have him as my promoter, though. I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it because, Eddie will throw you under the bus, too. And he was trying to throw Joshua under the bus. He was trying to, but, he ain't quite completed. He ain't really getting thrown under the bus like he wanted to. But you can tell. But, guys, let me get out this video. I'm done.